Hi, I'm Barry Sahajian. Today, I'd like to discuss a major scale. Major scale? I remember when I was learning in my beginning stages, learn the major scale, learn the major scale. Okay, yeah, I'll learn it. Okay, now what do I do with it? Well, you have to find things to do with it. Be creative. You'll work it out. That's how I learned. Anyway, so all of these years, and I was thinking there must be something more creative you can do with a major scale. There certainly are plenty of patterns and everything like that. Thirds are in scale tones, using 3 or 4 scale tones going up at a time. And those work to connect things together, but an idea by itself that really starts to sound melodic. So first off, we have to play the scale, establish how we're going to play it and where we're going to play it, and then we'll move into making creative links. I simplified it as much as I could because I want to be able to play fast. I don't need complex transitions between fingers and positions and all of that, so here's what I found. First off, a C on the 8th fret of the D string, D on the 10th fret of the E string. Then when we get to E, I move it up an octave and play it here on the 14th fret of the D string. So immediately it gives you a little bit variation of the scale. It gives you a nice triplet lick you can use too. Now we're going to take that same exact shape and start on the 4th degree because we already played the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd degree. And we would start it on F, and like I said, the shape is identical to that one, so it makes it very simple. So we put them both together. Now we have to add the 7th and the 8th degree of the scale, which changes it a little bit. So we have the first one, second one, which is the same, just starting on F. And then we have the 7th and the 8th. Play it slow. We're going to descend the C major scale right now. There's a little bit of a different shape I had to use to descend, but nevertheless I made it as simple as possible and pretty much all in one position almost, using both hands. So it starts with a C on the 10th fret of the D string, and then it goes to a B on the 14th fret of the A string, and then it goes up to an A on the 14th fret of the G string. I'm going to play it right in a row so it starts to sound like a scale. Now I want to show you something I discovered doing these things is going up and down the scale, there come spots where if you let a couple of the notes ring, it winds up being a chord or just a beautiful interval. It has a major 7 interval in there, which makes it very dissonant, but if that's what you're looking for, I kind of like that. Now we're working on bringing the scale down from the 5th. So we would have a G on the 10th fret of the A string, an F on the 15th fret of the D string, an E on the 9th fret of the G string, and a D on the 12th fret of the D string. I'll play the whole scale now, ascending and descending slowly. I'd like to discuss some of those ideas I found as I was going up and down the scale I just described a minute ago. And let me go through the whole scale, and I'll stop where I found some gems. That's the first one. And what's happening here is I'm playing a B and an A, and it's only 2 notes, so it may fit in with several chords, but if, positioning but the position is a 7th degree, and that would be sort of a diminished scale, half diminished. And I'm playing the root and the flat 7 of that only. So kind of a nice sound though. Now watch this, the next one going down, because that was B, A, watch what happens on G. And that sounds great too. And this is another interval of a 7th, flat 7. We have, and this would be diatonic to the C major scale. It's a 5th degree and it's a G7, except it doesn't have a 3rd or a root, just 2 tones. Now the next is that's an interval of a major 2nd, and it would be a D to an E. So it would be the 9 and the 3rd, and there's no root and no 5th. And so let's look at that again.